Well, good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is having a good day. Of course, considering I only have one person watching. So today, I am going to be building the circuits that we have listed. We basically have 9 of them, 10 really, the Colossus, and then the Behemoth, and then the 4-lane. That I want to do, might do that tomorrow. I'm going to try to get one of each of all of the sets at least done, and at least do 2 at least. So we did have about 6 of all the sets at one time, but we sell so many of these sets, and we have these new boxes that I got. They're basically called 18 by 8 by 8s, but you can you notice that they are, if you notice that they're perforated 6 and 4. So technically we can create a 6 box or a 4 box depending on shipping. So we're gonna just go ahead and put them in the 8 boxes because some of the sets have more track and therefore take up more room. So the first one we're doing is Circuit 1. And we have all this track here, which I spent the whole day, because I knew I was going to do this. I spent the whole day straightening the track out so that I would have all the pieces that I need to build the track. There's one thing at ProTinkerToys that we have lots of, and that's track, because a person, if they're going to do a layout, they're going to need all the track. And so we have everything from the 3-inch, 9, 9, 6, 12, 9 or 6-inch quarters, 15-inch curves. So we have everything that you need. Okay, now the one thing that when you buy one of these sets, the colors and the terminal tracks may vary from different set. Because we might be out of one type of terminal track and then I might use another terminal track, okay? So, and the color of the track supports will vary. I might have a gray one, I might have blue ones, I might even have, what's the other color? Gray, blue, and white. Now, I'm trying to think what color. I think it's blue. It's in the truck set. Those are the things that will change in color. But it's really, you know, I just designed these sets just so people that, you know, if they didn't want to spend a lot of money on a set, they could just get a couple cars and a little bit of track, and they could add to it. Okay, if they just want a little layout for whatever. So Circuit 1. Now every set I send, you also get the race guide from Auto World, which this is a very good instruction. It's probably one of the better instructions for your set. It shows an anatomy of the car. It shows you technical issues on what you should do to your track. Everything that you should have when you're racing your set. And this is really important. And then they have another, then there's another sheet, which is just kind of a warranty sheet, which I throw into the box if I have them. And they're just a 1-page. But they talk about fixing a low spot on the track. And they have a tech sheet on that. So we put that in the bottom of the box. So this is the box that all this stuff will go in. And then I wrap everything in paper. So now this set, and then this will go on top because it has everything that I've. So it comes with one terminal track and 5 straights, which is a lot of straights for a set. I always believe in lots of straights, and then I always wrap the straights and the terminal track just to give it a little bit of protection. And then I put the supports next to the straight track, and then we have our hand throttles, the plungers, put those in there. And then so we have the terminal track, the 2 hand throttles, the transformer is very important. And you get a basic transformer. And you get 5 straights and 6 9/4 curves. These are the standard curves. This is a 9-inch. And they're going to get 5 of those. No, 6. 2, 4, 6 curves. Now, one thing that people don't realize, that when Aurora started making slot car sets initially, this was the standard curve in a lot of the sets that Aurora made back in the 60s. Most of the sets had a 6-inch curve, and then they decided to do 9 inches, and so then most of your sets back probably late 60s, early 70s had 9-inch. And so combining your 9 to your 6 gives you your 4-inch. Just FYI. And we have plenty of track. And so this is also going to get 6. And we are going to wrap that also, just to keep them protected. And we then get 1 packet of guardrails. Now it says 6 guardrails. Sometimes you might get more, 2, 4, 6. Like for example, this says more than 6, which it really doesn't matter because I have plenty of guardrails. That's what I have tons of, is guardrails. Okay, so then what we do is now we'll take a couple other pieces and I lightly crunch the paper, and we'll put 3 extra pieces of paper inside of here. Now, there's one thing that I'm going to do on all of the sets that I'm building today, is I'm going to include a free thing, just something free. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I'm just going to be putting items free in the set. Okay, so I can't really show you what I'm putting in the set. Did you see that? Did anybody see that? I hope they didn't. So we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to top it off with circuit 1, and let's double check all the items, make sure that they're in there. So we have the terminal track, check. We have the 2 hand throttles, check. 1 transformer, check. 5 straights, 6 curves, guardrails, and track supports. Okay, so all items are in that set, and I'm going to sign it that Brian Young has signed it, and then that set is all ready to go. And now we're just going to tape that shut. And I'm just gonna set these sets right here on the shelf. I can get about 6 of them onto this shelf here. I'm just gonna stick it right there, and that is the first one that we did together, you and me together. Now, I did realize something, that I realize I have too many of a couple cars, way too many. And I have these Mega G's. I bought way too many of these cars, a 22044. I think I already have them at a price that is pretty we have these at $34 right now, and I'd like to move a lot of these, and I'm gonna put these on sale right now because I bought these kind of like as an accident. I wrote the wrong number down, which happens. So I'm gonna put these on sale for $25. I've got like 30 of them. I'm gonna put them up for $25. So these cars are on sale half price, basically $25. And these are the Ford GT 98. So this is the sale that I'm doing today. I'm going to do a couple other ones, but that's the first one. That's item number 22044. 22044. 22044. And these are $25. Okay, so we've got that on sale right now. All right, so the next one, let's grab a box. And I printed all these labels of all the different sets. And I printed about 5 of the number 1 set, which I'm not going to do 5 of those. I don't know why I printed, oh, I know why, because that was supposed to be number 2. Because I have the wrong label for number 2. So we'll skip 2 right now, we'll go to 3. So circuit 3, we're going to stick this on the package here. And the first thing we do is we take the tech sheet, which is very important for a consumer. They want to make sure they have all the parts and everything and how to work on it. So we're putting that in the box. And then we're going to go to, I have all the sets right here, all of them that I printed out. I have all of them. And let's go to set number 3. People really like these sets. It is amazing how many of these I've sold, because I've sold a lot of these. All right, so the first thing, we need a terminal track. So let's grab the terminal track. All right, so we're going to grab a terminal track. We'll grab a white one, this one. This is from Tokyo Midnight. And then we need, now this we need 7 straights. So we're going to take a bundle of 5. I think we've got a bundle of 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 extra is 7. 5, 6, 7, and a terminal track, and we're going to bundle those together. And we're going to wrap them together. And that is now in there, so we're going to check off the straights and the terminal track. That is finished. Now we're going to do the track supports. And we're going to put a big bundle of track supports. Now, I'm going to check something because I think I screwed up. I don't think I put the track supports in this first one. So we're going to check this just in case. Okay, guys? Because I want to make sure that I did put them in there. I did put the track supports in there. I thought I did, but you know what? I get talking and I don't remember. Now, if you're watching this video and you've never watched ProTinkerToys before, and you want to get into race sets and you want to get into HO and you don't know what to buy and you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to just kind of do it economically, well, go on our website and type in circuit, okay? HO circuits or just circuits, and it will show you the web page and it will show you all 9 circuits, and you can just click which one you want and boom, you're done. All right, so the next thing, okay, we're going to chalk off track supports. Now we need so 2 hand throttles. So we got 2 hand throttles, 1 transformer. I'm going to go right down the line so I don't miss anything. 1 transformer. Okay, so that's a transformer. 6 curves. Now you don't, okay, most sets have 6 curves. Just to let you know that a standard set, 2, 4, 6. A standard set is 6 curves, and I'll show you why. Okay. So a standard curve or a standard set or a standard figure 8, a figure 8 is your best set because your cars are switching lanes, and the intersection is a good way to do that. Okay, and we'll be showing that later in the because I'm going to do a couple of the derbies, Derby Manias. But most of your sets have your figure 8 is a standard 6 curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's standard for any figure 8. And then all you have to do is add straights, and you can do any kind of layout you want. And still be in that frame. So I mean, you could go up this way, you could go this way, then you could do another one down this way. There's unlimited layouts you can do when you're just doing standard curves and standard straights. Okay, so we're going to use 6 standard curves on all these sets. They're pretty much the same unless I do a larger set. Okay. All right, so we've got those in there, and that is the standard curves. Oh, what happened to the one I started checking off on? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay, so we have the 6 curves, and then guardrails is the last item. Guardrails. Get a nice little bundle of guardrails right here, and we'll put that in here, and then we'll get 2 extra sheets, crumple those up, and then we're going to put the free item in here. So now you might have to slow down if you want to see that. The reason I'm doing the free item is just something special. All right, so that is circuit number 3. So now we've got a circuit number 3 and a circuit number 1. I got to redo the labels for circuit number 2. Now, the circuits get bigger and bigger as we go, just so you know. The circuits get bigger and bigger as we go. Here are some more instruction sheets. One thing I found out about Auto World sets is when they make these sets, they actually bundle 2 instruction sheets in a box. I gotta let them know because that's costing them money to print all of these labels. All right, so that is circuit 3. Let's get, okay, so that's circuit 3, so we don't need another circuit 3. Alrighty, for right now, we're gonna do more here. We're gonna do a bunch of sets today. You guys like when I do a live stream, so I thought, well, you know what the heck. I've been gone a while, and now this set is really, this is one of my neater sets that I designed. This is kind of a cool set. This is circuit number 4. Oh, well. All right, so that is circuit number 4. So let's grab the label. So we need one of these labels, SRS number 4. And we put this on the outside of the box. Now, as the sets get bigger in size, the 18 by 8 by 8 is a perfect size box. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to get the instructions, which is right here, the assembly guide. Actually, not the instructions, the assembly guide, because my instructions are basically, it just shows you what the layout looks like when it's put together. Very simple to do. Okay, now this, okay, so we need a terminal track and 7 straights. So again, this is a very large set. All right, this is going to come with 7 straights. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. We'll give them the colored victory, one of the victory straights. How's that? 5. And a terminal track. And we're going to bundle this, so that's going to give them 6 straights. Now this comes with more curves, and I'll explain in a minute. All right, so we're going to wrap that, put that in here, and then, okay, and then 2 hand throttles and 1 transformer. All right, so 2 hand throttles and 1 transformer. All right, so we got 2 hand throttles, 1 transformer, and a pack of supports. Now, I'm going to give them a bigger pack of supports because this has a lot. This has 2 bridges, so we're going to give them a little extra supports. All right. Now this, because you have basically 4 corners. You have this corner, this corner, this corner, which is pretty cool. And plus you have a bridge here and support over here. So that's going to give you more curves. So you're going to get actually 10 curves. Okay. You're going to get 10 curves. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now he's going to get a red one. We're going to give, well, I don't want to just give him 1 red one. We'll go ahead and just give him 10 black ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we're going to bundle these 10 in paper to keep them protected. It gives that little bit of extra packaging. You know, okay, so we have the guardrails, the 10 curves, and that's it. So that's the whole set. Oh, and guardrails. See, now I screwed up because I need 10 guardrails, and I forgot. So we're going to get a big bundle of straight curve. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. And we're going to put the free item in. The free item is strictly, it's just a random item that I'm just giving away today. These will not be in all the sets. They're just going to be random. And you don't know what you're going to get in it. Okay, now I was going to tape this. See, and this is what happens when you do this and you're talking. I forgot to put the cover sheet. All right, so we've got number 4. And the sets are going to continually get larger and larger. So that's set number 4. You can see that, SRS 2004. Now, 2004 is also available in black and in dirt track. Okay, so you can buy that in 3 different ways: black, brown, or white, or snow color. All right, so we got a 1, a 3, and a 1, a 3, and a 4. Now we're going to move to one of my little crazy sets. Okay, and that is going to be set number 5. Set number 5 and 7 are my most popular sets. Actually, not 5, 6 and 7. 6 and 7 are the really popular sets, and that's just because 5 is just immense. Okay, this basically is just a pure fun speed, lots of straight track, and it's just absolutely straight, baby. Go, go, go. Okay, and this set is just phenomenal for what you're getting. And we'll put the instruction sheets in. And the first thing we need is a terminal track and 11 straights. Holy moly. And we're going to, a red straight and then 11 straights. We got 4 and 4 is 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 and 8. And these are wraps, so we don't necessarily have to wrap them, but we're going to just wrap it in one piece anyway. And then you'll have 6, remember, you'll have 6 curves because it's the same layout, it's just extra straights. If you notice, this is kind of similar to number 3, it's just longer. All right, and then we have 6 curves. We need 6 curves. And I did these last year when we first opened, actually, back in 21. I just can't believe where all the time has gone. I had, this is when we just opened the store, and I had Bryant up in the shed making all these sets one day. He made about, I think 20 sets. I had him make 6 of each set. So that's how many of these sets that we've made. Okay, so that's 6 curves. Now we need 2 hand throttles and 1 transformer. 2 hand throttles, 1 transformer, and some track supports. We only need a basic trans because you only have 1 bridge. And basic because you only have 6 curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Transform that, 1 track support. And that set is all ready to go, except for the free item. I got to get some more of the free items. I'll be right back. Now, okay, so now we need the cover sheet, goes on top of it, and the free item. And I forgot to put on the label. And I need number 5. And then now we're going to do 6 and 7, which are huge. 6 and 7 are huge. All right, so 6. This set is just, this is a really cool set, okay? This is one of my favorite, and it's basically, I call it the clover leaf, kind of like an interstate system. And it's got a lot of curves and straights, but it's kind of it's a quad, instead of a figure eight, it's a quad figure eight, okay, where it's just go this way, this way, this way. And so this is kind of a different set, and that's set number 6, okay. And some of them are super big, some of them are mega big. This one is super big. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. All right, so now we have Batman Scooby-Doo. We're going to use that terminal track. And now we need 11 straights. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll take another sheet and wrap this. You know, I wanted to talk to everybody about yesterday's show. Actually, Monday's show, because we didn't have a show yesterday. So, and you guys probably didn't watch. Maybe some of you watched it, but at the last minute of the show, all of a sudden I disappeared, and there was a little confrontation with my wife, Kathy. So I don't know if any of you have ever been married, or if you are married, and if you ever had kids. I missed the Brian who started this morning live stream with a Jimmy Dean sandwich and orange juice with ice. Where does he come up with these things? Where does Adam come up with these things? Brian, do you have any Thunderbirds or Blue Angels models? Yes. Wait a minute, Thunderbirds. I think I have a Thunderbird. Yes, the reason I'm selling these for $25 is because I've got too many of them. And most retailers say, well, no, you should never sell things at that low price. Well, sometimes you have to do that to recoup your money so you can buy new things. And a lot of retailers don't like doing that. Okay, so what was I getting at? Oh, yeah, so my wife calls me frantically on Monday. Good morning, George. Good morning. That's history, Brian. Oh, you want me to talk about it, Robert? Okay, I won't. I'm sorry. All right, 1 terminal track. I got that. And 11 straights. I got that. And then 2 hand throttles. And 1 transformer. So they don't want to know what happened on Monday night. Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, I won't. All right, and now this takes a lot of support, and we're going to give them, because you need 4, we're going to give them double the track supports, because they're going to need the track supports to hold up this big track. And then we're going to give them a little extra, because they need 12, they need 12, tell us, Brian, we are all ears. No, Robert, you said you didn't want to hear that. That was yesterday's news. I just wanted to, because I know Adam was probably worried about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I know Adam was probably freaking out what happened. We do want to know what happened. Well, I'm sure you do now, Adam, because I'm telling you guys. So what happened was, Monday was a very busy day. A lot of people in here, a lot of customers talking to, and then all of a sudden, toward like 2:30. No, it was 3:30. Anyway, Mark had his driving test yesterday on Monday to get his driver's license. Okay, and he had to go to BMV, the Bureau of Motor Vehicle in Bowling Green, to do his test in the Flex. He didn't want to do it in the Flex. He wanted to do it in the Mini Cooper. And I said, Mark, the Flex is the same as a Mini Cooper. Vehicles are the exact same when you're taking a test. There's no difference. If you can do it in one vehicle, you can do it in any vehicle. And so Kathy took him up to the BMV, and then all of a sudden at 2:30 or 3:30, I get this phone call. We don't have the sticker on the car, and they're going to give me a ticket. Kathy likes to overreact a lot, and then she gets hyperbolic, and then I get hyperbolic. And I said, just calm down. What are you talking about? Well, in Ohio, you have to put these little stickers on your license plate, okay? Well, the fact of the matter is, if you buy these plates to go around the license plate, it's covering up that tag anyway. They're really stupid because the reason they're stupid, they're just basically a form of control. You just have to go in there and register every year, and they give you a sticker. The sticker means really nothing because the police officer, if they're typing in your plate, okay, they're not looking at the sticker. They're typing in your plate. And the plate will say, yeah, it's registered. No, it's not. That's plain and simple. That's all it is to it. Now, I turned around the camera, and so the camera's on this side. So I'm looking to the left because I'm left-handed. So I'm always looking to the left, try to look to the left, which is instead of yesterday when I'm looking over, or Monday. And so Kathy called me, and she goes, they won't give him the test. Mark won't give him the test because you don't have the sticker on the car, which I forgot. You know, I got 5 cars at the time, and I forgot to put them on every car. You know, give me a break. You know, let me... This is where government is just so screwed up. And so I had to run home. That's why in the video, if you watch it, you said all of a sudden I'm gone. And then Mac just turns the thing off, I guess, when I was gone. So I run down to the workshop. I call Kathy. I go, well, I'm trying to find it. And so I'm sitting down there, and I'm just going through all my drawers and everything. And it's like 4:45. She said that they're going to give Mark the next test and do another person instead of Mark so he doesn't have to reschedule. And so I find a sticker. I said, I'm just going to drive up to the BMV because it's only 10 miles up the road. And so I get out of here. I call Kathy, and I say, I found it. I send her a picture of it. Well, they don't want the picture. They want the sticker on the car. I mean, just stuff like that is but you know what? Sometimes you just have to have a Christ-like attitude, which I try to, and I don't always succeed. And so I get in the van, and I drive up there, and Kathy says that they're going to reschedule. I said, I'm on my way. I'm halfway there. And she then texts me back. It's like 3:48. Okay, 3:48. She said, well, if you're here by 4:05, he can take the test. And I said, I didn't even respond because I was less than 5 miles away. So I get there, I drive up, I put the sticker on the car, and he takes the test. Okay, so here's the deal. So Mark, you know, he's freaking out on Sunday. Oh, I got to take the test. Oh, am I going to pass it? Oh, la, 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 la. He's freaking out. A 16-year-old. Rules, Brian. No rules. There is chaos. No, that's not the truth. The only reason there are rules are for the unrighteous. Okay? That's why we have laws. Are for the unlawful. Okay? I don't want to hear that. Oh, boy, you going to get me going? That's right. Okay, so anyway, Mark takes the test. Okay, and he passes it. I knew he would pass it. Mark is one thing I do like about Mark. Mark is somewhat level-headed. He has his attitude. Everybody has their attitude, but one thing Mark is he's kind of level-headed. He doesn't let too many things over frustrate him, but there's a lot of little things that over he gets worked up on real stupid things. So anyways, Mark got his driver's license, and then yesterday I called Lance Wood at State Farm, and I said, okay, so how much is to add Mark to our policy? And it's an extra, and I'm not going to tell Mark this because I need to milk as much as I need to milk as much as I can out of Mark, because I have to cover all my costs. So they told me it was going to be kind of like $99. So I'm going to tell Mark I'm not going to tell Mark. I'm just going to say your insurance, because I don't want to necessarily lie. I'm just going to say your insurance, I'm going to charge you for your insurance for the car to cover, the purchase of the car and everything else that has to go along with it. I'm going to charge him $125 a month, okay, for him to get insurance for his car. So he's going to have to pay $125 from his, working for me, okay, or working at McDonald's. He has to pay me $125 a month. Are you watching, Mark? I know he's at school. Finally got rid of those stupid registration stickers, rules. No, really what it is, those stickers are just absolutely, they're pointless, okay? They're absolutely pointless, okay? All you have to do is register the car. The police are going to know if it's not registered. When they type in Brian Young and they look vehicle flex, okay, that's June 13th, 2023. Oh, okay. All right, well, it's March 4th and it doesn't have a sticker on it. Well, it's registered. He registered it. He paid the registration. I paid the registration. Adam is PMing Mark as we speak. At school doesn't mean he might. No, he can't. They don't have internet at the school. All right, so that's why I kind of had my little tit-tat with Kathy on the phone. You'll see, I basically tell Kathy, I'm talking to 5 people at once. I cannot have this conversation right now. And then she got upset and hung up. And all right, so now I got off track. Now, I did grab the 2 hand throttles. I got the transformer. I need 12 curves for circuit number 6. 12. Holy guacamole. 2, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so that's 12 curves. So Mark got his driver's license. Now, you guys are probably all aware that Richard here in town, he had a 1996 Ford Ranger, a red Ford Ranger, stick shift. And I bought that. Richard I got it for $1,000, and I told Mark it's going to cost him $500, and I'll cover the other $500. Brian, have you ever heard anything about Auto World's app for the? Well, yes, I'll talk about that here in a second. Let me finish this set here, okay, guys? I know you guys like to distract me a lot, especially Adam. Adam likes to distract me. All right, and the free item. All right, so that's set number 6. This is one of my favorite set. Now, the next one I'm doing is my favorite, okay? Set number 7 is my favorite of all the sets. All right? And I'll show you that set right now. The reason this one is my favorite is because is just the design, okay? I'm happy for Mark. I'm happy too there. Adam, I'm happy too. Just like in Dr. Strangelove, when the president's talking to Premier Kissoff, I'm happy too for you. Well, no, I'm happy, but I'm as happy as you are. Well, you can't be happier than me because I'm happy too. It's so funny. If you've never seen Dr. Strangelove or how I learned to hate the war and love the bomb, you've missed a very funny movie. And it's basically so that movie, Doctor Strangelove and Failsafe, both came out at the same time. Now, Failsafe was a serious depiction of a nuclear war, where Doctor Strange is more of a satire. It's like a comedy, and they really clashed, those two movies. And Failsafe didn't have the impact that they wanted to have versus Doctor Strangelove. Who am I going to room with? You're going to room with me, Adam. Okay, and I'm going to eat a lot of beans that night, and I'm going to flatulate a lot, Adam. I'm going to be laying in bed, Adam, and I'm just going to rip a big one. Okay, and I'm going to wave my sheets right towards your bed. Thanks for the good time yesterday, meeting you and your crew. Oh yeah, Carl was here yesterday with his brother-in-law, and he was in a wheelchair, and he didn't want to go down to the workshop because he thought we were going to get injured. And I said, "Oh, come on." I was thinking of Robert Fish. I was saying, "No, don't let that happen." What's different from any other time? Sam Peckins rides the bomb down. Yes. Very good. Okay, so now here is track number 7. And this is why I like track number 7, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 bridges. Okay, but the way it's designed is the track is going over, okay, under, over. It's really kind of cool. You can do this 3 different ways if you want. You could have this over at one time, or you can have this part over or that under. This could go under, or it could go over, and that could go over or under. So there's lots of different ways of doing this layout, but this is one of my favorite layouts, and this is Circuit 7. I could have nicknamed it and called it the crazy race, wacky turns or something. So that is circuit number 7. So let us get our label out, circuit 7, and put this on our box. Nice and neatly. See that? Oh, nice and neatly. Okay. And let's wrap this up here. Now, this set, it needs the 18 by 8 box because it has so much product in it. And I'll show you that right now. So it has 1 terminal track, obviously. Now, guess how many straight tracks it has? 17. 17 straight tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 5 is what? 4 and 5 is what? 9, 10, 15. Look at that. I even need more. 15, 16, 17. 17 straights. 17. Straights. A lot of straights for one set. But that's nothing compared to the amount of curves you get. All right, now we need 2 hand throttles and a transformer. Those are always standard. Now we're going to give them 2 sets of track packs because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 supports. So they're going to need some extra track supports. And they're going to need 12 guardrails. 12 guardrails. Two, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. The reason being is because you're going to get 12 curves. 17 straights, guardrails, track supports, and 12 curves. 8, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right, if there's any set that is probably one of the best, and that is circuit number 7, okay? When are you moving Adam? Let's see. Hey, by the way, Brian, my new house I will have extra slot car room dedicated. It's going to be huge. Oh my gosh, he's moving. Oh no. Adam's moving. He's probably going to move near me. Okay, now I got talking, and I forgot to put in the instruction sheet. So let's put that in without delay. All right, and then the free item, we're going to put the free item in. And so we got one terminal track. Okay, that is all complete. And we cover this up here. This is one item that, if I had made these 2 years ago and I'd still have some of these, then obviously I wouldn't be making any more. But the amount of these sets that I've sold, these circuits, is pretty astounding. Now, am I making a lot of money on these sets? No, I'm not making anything on these sets, okay? I am breaking even, really. I mean, the cost that you buy them online is basically, I might be making a very small margin, okay? But it's it's not the set that I'm trying to get people. I'm trying to get people to get into slot cars. And by doing that, they need a set. Correct? Correct. And that's why we are doing it, or that's why we're selling a lot of these sets. All right, so we have created, now I don't have a card to make this one, but circuit number 8 is called the Behemoth. Okay, and this one is, it's a little larger. And then we have circuit 9, which is, I think, the 4-lane set. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of the Derby Mania sets. Okay, so let me get, I want to do at least 2 each of all the Derby Mania sets. All right, so we have the Derby Mania and the Double Derby Mania. The Double Derby is my favorite, just because you have 2 intersections. And then you have the Derby Mania. So let me get the cars that go inside of that set, and I'll be right back. Circuit segment should be called the pretzel. You know what? That's a good idea. And I'm gonna write that down here. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna write that down. Pretzel. I'm gonna call that the pretzel. Very good. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me go get some of the 2-packs. And okay, now the Derby Mania set is really cool because you actually get some cars in that set, and that's pretty cool. Let me get one more thing, guys. I forgot the labels for the Derby Mania set. I'll make a couple of the double Derby, and then I'll print up the labels for the Derby Mania, because I have labels for the double Derby. All right, so the double Derby is basically two intersection tracks. Right here you have one intersections, a lot of threes because you got to get that to be 15 inch, and a lot of fun, a lot of crazy racing. All right, so first thing we need is CP7822, which is you get your 2 Derby cars. That's the first thing you get. You need 1 terminal track. You need 2 hand throttles. One transformer. 2 9-inch intersections. 2 9-inch intersections. Those we have to set in on an angle. And then we need 3 15-inch straights. That's what's really cool about this layout, is because the way it's designed, you don't need a lot of straights, because 1, 2, 3, you're doing a lot of curves. There are 8 curves in this set. And then 8 curves, 3 straights, and 8 3-inch straights, because you need those on all your intersections. Well, I'm getting an ocular migraine. I don't know why I'm getting so many ocular migraines. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so now we can wrap this up. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hook up all the little 3 inches into one standard straight. It takes 5 3 inches to make 1 15. And then we put the other 3 together so we can bundle all the straights in one package, okay, and keep them nice and neat. You know what I'm saying? And we don't need supports because we don't have a bridge on this, so we don't have to worry about supports. So we take the curves, wrap these up, and then we bundle up the crossovers. And we have to put those on an angle because they're a little bit wider than we'd like them to be. Okay, so we need 8 guardrails. We'll go ahead and give them 10. And okay, so that's it. And then we put in the double Derby Mania cars. Circuit 13 double Derby. Let's see here. Well, now why isn't that coming up? This is why this upsets me sometimes. All right, Demolition Derby. Alrighty. Okay. All right, so we have all the track that's in the set. And we'll put the label on the box so we know that we have a double Derby. Now we have a double Derby Mania all ready to go so that a customer, when he wants a Demolition Derby set, we've got one all ready to go, and that is the double Derby Mania. Double Derby Mania, the Demolition Derby. Derby Mania. All right, so let's do one more of the Derby Manias. And then I'll print some labels for number 2 and number 12. 12 and 2. All right, so we need a terminal track, instruction sheet, one terminal track. That's the tip of the iceberg, Adam. Wait a minute. Yes, Brian should wear his Mexican shirt for race night. I'm sure for an extra fee, Brian would not put one in the box for you, Adam. LOL. Problem is she knows you get one everything you buy sometimes, so the cat is out of the bag about all the purchases. Adam, you start, Brian Wall. All right, so terminal track, we need 3 straights. But we need 8. Well, I'm having an ocular migraine right now, so it's hard for me to see things or read things. I've been having a lot of ocular migraines lately. It's just tension. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. But that's life. If you weren't under tension, you'd be under something else.
Underground.
You'd be underground. Then I gotta work with Mac Henry. He's about as odd as a $2 bill. I mean, he's just strange. I don't know how Ryan even got to know him. Mac Henry is the most odd person I've ever met. Oh well, what am I gonna do? Hey, outside in the sea container there, right? You walk in, there's a box that has a bunch of Transformers in it. I need that box of Transformers, please.
See container 2?
Yeah, right when you walked in, where all the parts are. Where all the parts are. There's a box with white boxes. Those are the Transformers.
Okay.
Comprende? Capiche. You're supposed to say capiche. And then I say capuche. And you say capoche. Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna put this in, and this is double Derby. And double Derby. You know, you guys have been watching us from the beginning, and I'm under a lot of pressure right now. A lot of pressure. I forgot the cover sheet. And that's important because they won't know how to put the set together if I don't send them the instructions. Oh, well. Got a lot on my mind. I just got too much on my mind. My son's getting divorced. I can't handle that. It's not that I can't handle it. I don't want to handle it. I feel so sorry for Lincoln. Lincoln's not a perfect guy, but he it just shouldn't happen to him. It just should not happen to Lincoln. But I don't know. Maybe this will make him a better person in the long run, but it just makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. But I'm trying to... Anyways, you guys don't need to know about that. All right, so let's do double Derby 12, and that's Derby Mania. That's just a standard Derby set. Just a standard. It's not a lot of stuff. It's one straight, one intersection. Okay, it's just a nice, basic, fun set. Okay. With 6 curves. It's just probably the most simple set you could buy. Just fun little starter set. I think that's why I have the ocular migraine. My mind is... Yeah, praying for Lincoln, that's for sure. I'm not saying he's perfect, but you know, he's there's only one reason for divorce, and that is for adultery. And that is not what Dan Lincoln has done. I don't think Lincoln would ever be capable of it. It wouldn't even go through his mind. I know he loves his children, and 2 guardrails and a transformer. Cars. Cover package. Oh, instructions and the set. Double Derby. And I need a label for number 2. Resubmit it, Kevin, just leave it out with one word. I totally agree with you though. No problem, buddy. I apologize, Adam, but I hate, but I agree with you. Sorry, Kevin, we had to delete your message because of the language. Now, why is his language? So what was the language? Kevin, I apologize. That's all right, Kevin.
Are these transformers?
Yes, ma'am. Here, you take the box back out to there. Thank you, ma'am.
Yep. No problem, miss.
You know, that's one thing that you know, so sometimes we can get heated. Everybody has their frustration, and there's one thing that people don't realize is that we are human. I don't know, Sigmund Freud, I think he was a quack, honestly. No, you can't be happy all the time. It's impossible. You know, and the reason I don't like Star Trek anymore, they did something to Star Trek. You know, it basically went from if you watch the original TV series, you know, it was basically Gene Roddenberry of hoping of what he thought man would become, okay, in the future, okay? And like in the latest episode of Picard, it's like we're going backwards, okay? You know, there's treachery, there's smoking, there's drinking on Star Trek. And you had that in the original Star Trek, but it just wasn't so blatant.
Is it this one?
Yeah. What, do you want me to hold your hand?
No, I just didn't want to get in your way.
You're not in my way there, Budzo.
Right.
Just grab one of the shootout.
Whatever you say, I identify your transition.
Okay, I don't have a transition, okay?
Whatever your binary,
I don't have a binary. I am a male, and that's all there is to it.
Whatever.
You can never change what you are. Whatever you were born, that is what you are until you die. You're either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. And there's nothing man can do to ever change that, okay? You understand, Mac? We are living in absolute insane times. And
Ishi, could you find?
I'm not a he, she, you dumb cluck. Combo, the clunk. You know where those are?
No, I don't.
You never know where anything is, Mac. I really believe that sometimes you're missing. I believe you're missing a brick.
Here, find this one while you're at it. There we go.
STP. Pick that up. Thunderjet pit kit. I mean, it's right here. I mean, how many times do I have to hold your hand? How many do you want? Is that a one? Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, come on, Mac. I'm not non-binary, you dumb cluck. So anyways, they've really just destroyed Star Trek. I don't know why. Well, you know why. I can't go into the reason why. I'd have to do it on Facebook. I can tell you exactly why we're in the situation that we are in the world right now, but I can't do that right here on this live stream because Ryan will yell at me, so I'm not going to. All right, so let me, I've got to redo some labels so I can do circuit number 2. All right, I got to make a label for circuit number 2 and circuit double or Derby Mania. So let me take these and I'll bring you guys with me. Because I've got the tripod on its stand.
They help me.
Okay, I am not they or whatever you're talking about. Mac, you got serious mental issues, Mac.
I just think it's funny that people identify as they because that's how you'd have they. Could you assist me?
What are you talking about? 69 and 79.
Hey, Mac knows where the Mexican Cokes are. I do. Sounds like Mac is almost awoke. Brian, they likes to cause chaos.
What do you mean they?
I don't know. That's what people identify as they.
They?
My pronouns are they, them. Like, so how would you use it in a sentence? Like, thank you, they. You know, Brian, they's a really good guy. Oh, you can't say guy, right?
That's go woke,
That's
go
them.
broke.
That's them, right?
Go woke. That's right. Go woke, go broke. Okay, so let's print up some labels and then I'll come back down here and pontificate. Oops. Awake. Yes, fish. Go woke, go broke. Woke. Chaos. Sounds like Mac is almost awoke. Or okay, so I still have an ocular migraine, which I don't know why I have an ocular migraine today, but I do. I know why I have it, but I can't tell you guys. All right, so let me print up some of these labels really quick. I'll just put this right here while I do this, and then I'll go back to make these sets.
They're right there. He almost fell.
Alrighty, so I don't need that one. I need number 2. So I have to go to circuits. Number 2. Print. Oh, why am I having this thing? Alrighty, and then we need circuit 2. Oh, it's hard to do things when I have an ocular migraine. Oh, shoot.
Remember we were looking for these yesterday?
Yeah.
The next day somebody ordered 5. We were already low.
Thought we had a ton of those.
What?
36 for tune-up kit. AFX. Mega G tune-up kit. Here you go, ma'am, sir.
I don't want that. I'm going back over there.
It was ringing for a second, so I figured ma'am, sir would want the phone.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. She, hi.
It's non-binary. I identify
Non-binary.
That's the most.
Do you know how ridiculous that is, really?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
But this is where we're headed, see? Okay?
I mean, the beauty about this country is you can say whatever you want and sound as stupid as you want, and the smart people, the common sense people will find out, and that's case in point right there. Right? The non-binary nonsense.
He, him, she, who, hi. Hi, he, who, where, why. You all know where I stand on a lot of things. I don't have to really. All right, so let's go and make let's make circuit number 2, because I didn't have the label for circuit number 2, because I want to have one each set up to number 8, and then I'm going to print the label for number 9. So let's print number 2, circuit 2. This is just a basic track, but it has a little different design. It kind of, no, this is about it. That's a Derby. This is kind of, it has kind of like a jaunt to it, so it gives you a little bit more of a run. So there's actually 8 curves in this set. And I went through all the curves here. I got to go outside and get some more. I'll be right back, guys. Anybody miss me? Alrighty. Now I need 8 straights or curves for that set. 8 curves. A terminal track. And five straights. I need more terminal tracks. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. AFX, all these AFX terminal tracks. Shoot. Well, they're all AFXs. Well, that's crazy. Where happened all my terminal tracks? I'm sorry, guys. Any idea who owns the rights to Tyco Mattel stock cars? Mattel still does. Matter of fact, so Tom was telling me that when they came out with the Hot Wheels set, that there was a licensor that basically manages all the license for Mattel, and they were just passing out license, and then Mattel was at this convention and they were seeing this set, and Mattel goes, "Why do they have a license on this? This is our product." And so basically Mattel told the license company to not offer or not give Auto World license. So they're not doing any more Hot Wheels at all anymore. They're done with the Hot Wheels. So there are no more Hot Wheels sets. There's no more anything Hot Wheels. It will not say anything anymore on Hot Wheels on any of the Auto World stuff. So in a sense, all this Hot Wheels stuff that we have, they have to destroy a lot of stuff, guys. So all this Hot Wheel, anything that says Hot Wheel here is all going to go up in price because there's no more. It's done. So you will not get any more Hot Wheels from Auto World. That license has been canceled. Okay, let that sink in, and let that sink in to what if you want. That's a shame. Well, that's just the way license. See, I'll be right back. I'll tell you that. I'll go through the history again with you and why this happens. Wow. Man, I've sold a lot of those. Holy cow. Wow. Holy cow. I can't believe I've sold that many. Oh well, I'll have to use these. I've just sold so many of these sets that I've sold. I just didn't realize I sold that many of them. Yeah, I didn't realize that I'd gone through that many terminal tracks. Really crazy. Track supports. Yeah, we had a guy, Kevin, I think his name is, or drove all the way from South Bend, Indiana, and came and visited with his friend. 8 curves, guardrails, track supports. They had a nice time here. We took his friend to the store. He enjoyed going there. Terminal track, free accessory. Oh, here's a side note. There's one thing I hate is bad science fiction. I mean, I really hate bad science fiction. I can tolerate a B movie with B B special effects, because so I think sometimes B special, like they're going to be remaking Them. All right. Now, if I was okay, so here's the thing. Them is a classic B movie made with great actors, but it was a B movie. Okay. Great special effects. The ants in Them back in 1956, I think, were actually state of the art. It was amazing how well they did these ants. And I guarantee you that they're going to redo it and all the ants will be CGI. And if I was the director, I'd say, no, we're going to make ants with our modern technology, and we're going to make the ants exactly the same as they did in the original movie. Okay, because what we're going to do is if I was going to do Them, I would do an advanced version of it, in a sense that, okay, so it's what, 1955, so you're almost 50, 70 years later, and they find one of these ant queens that they missed, and they're in somewhere in southern America or southern the United States, and they discovered this. Or what you would do is you would do the original movie, but so when they go down into the hive, they missed one of the chambers, and that chamber was sealed for so long, and then all of a sudden it opened up, and now you have this whole thing again. Okay, and but I guarantee you, they've ruined every science fiction movie that I liked as a kid. Okay, they don't know how to do science fiction anymore. They literally They literally destroyed it. Ever since J.J. Abrams, make me a sergeant, give me a booze. Make me a sergeant, give me the booze. That movie scared the heck out of me as a kid. I think I watched that for the first time when I was 10 or 11 back on channel 50 in Detroit. Creature double feature on a Saturday night. Creature double feature Saturday night. I only had a black and white television. I lived in the Imperial Trace Apartments, and I would watch a Creature double feature on Saturday night on channel 50, and then on channel 7 they'd have Monster Week. Every day at 4 o'clock they'd have a movie, okay? And after school I would get home and they'd have Godzilla Week, or they'd have Monster Week, or they would do some week where every movie would be either Godzilla or science fiction. Boy, did I eat that stuff up. All right, so everything is in box number 2. SRS-2, and then I need SRS-12 because I already packed that up. And we have 2. All right, so my ocular migraine is gone. I have a slight headache. It's not bad, but in the old days, if I had an ocular migraine, I would be out, man, the rest of the day. I would be laying down right now on a couch to basically have a fiesta for the rest of the day because I would be completely inoperative. So, so let me tell you bad science fiction. Yeah, them was a black and white. Oh, tell us about Mattel. Okay, yeah, so the Mattel situation. All right, I'm sorry, that's right. So, back in the 1960s, okay, and I'll let you draw your own conclusion, a bunch of lawyers sitting around because they weren't making any money said, hey, you know what, we could make money and we could charge companies licensing fees for everything. And so that's what they did. They went to companies and says, why are you giving away your logo? Why don't you make money on your logo? And but what the company didn't realize is that their logo is basically free advertising. Okay? And so the more people you want them using your logo, you want them using your logo. And not it had nothing to do with paying it. And that's kind of like with Xerox. See, when Xerox first came out, everything was called a Xerox copy, okay? Well, they got sued, and I can't remember the lawsuit. But anyways, because nowadays nothing is Xerox. Hardly, very few. When I was in the Navy back in 78 to 87, every copier, not until about 85, 86, did all of a sudden the government was Xerox was losing their government contracts, because literally every ship on board in the Navy had a Xerox copier. Xerox, okay? And that was the standard phrase. Hey, I need a Xerox copy. Give me a Xerox copy of this. Okay? And they basically wanted to do that because they wanted to make sure that everybody used the word Xerox. Well, somebody at Xerox, like a lot of companies in America, they screwed up and they lost their vision. And now Xerox is a shell of themselves. Same thing with Kodak. Kodak had the license, had the patent for everything, and they gave it away. Same thing with matter of fact, I think, was it Xerox that had the copier or the first computer that Jobs went to go see? I think it was. I think Xerox is you know, they had basically the computer, and they gave it away because they didn't think anybody personal computers, you'd want them at home. And so what they did is and so all these licensing fees, they've priced themselves out of a market share. For example, NASCAR. Why is NASCAR in such trouble right now? Is because they're licensing. See, if I took over NASCAR, but see, a lot of these guys get their money from licensing, okay? But that's not how you really get your money, though. See, oh, that was a football. And so nobody wants to do, like for the Auto World. Auto World would never do, unless a miracle happens, Auto World will never do a NASCAR license again. Number one, they ask all these ridiculous quotas. For example, okay, so let's just take one car. Okay, so here, all right, so here's a prime example of how NASCAR is losing. So this car, it's basically, it's called a Stalker Ford Fusion. Okay, well, this is a NASCAR. Okay, guys. So NASCAR is losing money because their name's not on this. Now, the lawyers would say, well, yeah, but we could be yeah, but you're not. We could be making money on that. But you know what? But you're not. You're not making money right now because you've priced yourself out of the market. And so what's happened is, you know, they keep, because and this is all because of the lawyers. They wanted more and more and more. And so they basically say, okay, your initial is 10%, okay, to do whatever logo. And then we want minimums. We want to make sure that we get our money. So you're going to guarantee us that you're going to sell 20,000. If you don't, you owe us a minimum amount of money. Well, that's just ridiculous. Okay. It's just, and it's just, and that's why, like in Mexico, oh my gosh, the amount of knockoff stuff that's in Mexico is amazing. And in China, there's no, they just, now, should there be a time frame on a patent? Yes, there's always been patents, okay? And if you want to use my patent, okay, then there's a fee. But, you know, that had nothing to do with licensing, okay? There was no licensing until the mid-60s, okay? And then everybody started licensing everything, okay? And now you obviously have a copyright, okay? But there were no licensing fees, okay? Now, you could use a logo and make sure you copyright and that's their logo. Like, for example, back in the 1950s, there were hundreds of amusement parks around the country that used a lot of the Disney characters, okay, that they would just use at their theme. And you would think, okay, so they're using all that, and so that's promoting Disney. And if you want to promote Disney, you're promoting the brand. It's all about the brand, and that's what they forgot about, okay? They forgot about the brand, okay? They forgot about Xerox. You know, Xerox forgot about themselves. And until licensing is done away with, you're still gonna have many people just say, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about licensing. Why deal with it? Okay. Like Auto World, you know, they have to go through all these different licenses through Ford and Chevy and you would think that Goodyear would want people to use Goodyear everywhere. You want your name plastered everywhere. Like ProTinkerToys.com. I don't care who uses ProTinkerToys.com. The more people see this logo, the more I'm happy. Okay? I'm just telling you, that's why Mattel, you know, they, now, okay, so Mattel is a little different story because Mattel they own Hot Wheels. That's their brand, okay? So that they can control their own brand however they want, okay? You know, so, you know, and so in a sense, do you think Mattel will come out with Tyco products against? Well, that's a very good question. If somebody at Mattel, the problem with people at Mattel is They are only, and I don't even know how they're in business because the amount of product that they ship to closeouts is amazing. And it's just amazing how they make any money on anything that because so much of their product is closed out. Okay. And, but they deal in millions, not in thousands. Okay, guys. So here's the situation. So Bob Haynes was the king of slot cars, really for almost till 2006, and then when he started getting sick, he just wasn't doing a lot. But in 1989 or 1999, Mattel was doing about 9 million in yearly sales of slot cars. They did not slot cars, but just in Total Control Racing. They did $9 million in 1 year in Total Control Racing. It wasn't enough. And so they dropped the whole line. See, they deal in millions. And most, like Auto World, they're dealing in thousands. So when they do a car production run back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I've told you this, guys, many times before, that when they do a production run, they would do, if they hadn't done 1 million cars, it wasn't profitable for them. 1 million cars, guys. Okay, so, we're doing, Auto World's making 15,000 of these, okay? Yeah, Auto World owns their own license. They own Thunderjets. They own Ultra G. They own Auto World. They own their own brand, okay? So from that standpoint, yeah, they have their own brand. But they can't use the Mattel brand anymore because Mattel was licensing their own brand to different companies to do different type of things. What are you doing?
You're pushing it.
Hey, don't talk to me, okay? Number one.
Why?
She, him.
What is their problem?
They problem is no problem, they.
They is doing okay.
Unbelievable. And so, the lawyers just keep getting greedier and greedier and greedier, and that's why licensing costs keep going up and up and up. And I would argue to say that they're actually losing money, okay? And a brand and a company is actually losing market share. I would almost wager to say that a Ford Motor Company, well, Ford Motor Company can't because they're completely gone woke. GM is completely lost. Chrysler is basically sold out to a foreign country. There's really no American car companies anymore that have any interest in making anything that's profitable. But if you really want to look at a company that really is global, and that's Toyota. I mean, it's really sad to see what's happened to our American motor, our production, or our manufacturing line in America. It's literally been, and it's almost criminal. It's almost intentional by our politicians. They're all capable or comparable of destroying America as we know it, and nothing you can do about it. So there will be no more Mattel, unfortunately. So whatever Mattel stuff that I have, is only going to go up in are catering to the crazies, yes. Names, yes. Auto World doesn't own their own stuff. Yeah, they own their own names, okay? They own all the names. They own Auto World. They own Round 2. They own Johnny Lightning. Now, see, Tom sold Johnny Lightning back in 2000, and then he bought everything back from not Race Masters. They were doing Thomas the Tank. Oh my goodness, they're out of Iowa. They did a lot of Ertl stuff. Oh shoot, what's the name of that company? Anyways, they bought Johnny Lightning from Tom, and then Tom bought it back, and so Tom is slowly investing more into diecast, because diecast is very profitable for round 2 and for Autoworld and for Johnny Lightning. And so Johnny Lightning then can do a lot of the stuff. Ertl. No, it's not Ertl. It's another company. It was oh shoot. It's not Ertl. It's not Race Masters. It's and I think they're out of business now. Race Masters, no. It's not round 2. You know, for the life of me, I can't think of the name of the company. They were really big back in, when I started with Irwin Toys. They were super big in 1999. Because Thomas the Tank, so in 1999, Thomas the Tank was the #1 selling toy in the country, especially, was the wooden train system. And that was owned by, oh gosh, what was the name of that distributor? Oh, man. Ertl then bought it later. All these companies were buying each other when I was with Irwin Toy. No, it's not Fisher Price. Oh, shoot. What was the name of that company? It's not Plain Manus, no. It's something Racing Champions. Something Champions. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, something Champions. And they did a lot of diecast too. That's why they bought Johnny Lightning back in 2000. See, the fact of the matter is, you guys, this is very with Autoworld, and this is what Tom Lowe was talking about. Racing Champions, yeah, Racing Champions. That's it. You know, Tom Lowe, especially with Autoworld and with slot cars, it's fairly new. I mean, from really 2005 really is where it started really picking up. 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then within the last 10 years, it's just been growing ever since. And so, you know, the amount of product that's been coming out has actually been pretty good, actually, over the last you
said Playing Mantis? Somebody called?
What?
Somebody said you're looking for Playing Mantis or something?
No, I'm not looking for anything.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
John Denton was watching your live stream.
Yeah, Racing Champions. They were buying a lot of people. They had Thomas the Tank for a while. All right, let's do one more double Derbia. We're doing one more double Derbia. Because I've got one each of all of these sets now. And the reason really I did these sets is so that people, yeah, my whole goal is to increase the pie of more people into slot cars. Just more people into slot cars. More people. That's what I want, is more people into slot cars. All right, three straights. Two hand throttles, transformer. Two crossovers. Yeah, we had a great guest yesterday. Kevin, I think his name is Kevin. What's his name? Not Kevin. What's the guy that showed up here yesterday? I'm terrible with names. It's not Kevin. Yes, I have the Speedway champion, Pat. Huh. I don't remember what the guy's name was. I'm terrible with names. You never see a commercial about slot cars at Christmas time like you did when I grew up. Well, and the reason being is, okay, that's a very good thing. Kevin Carroll said you don't see slot car commercials because now I'm doing them here in Northwest Ohio because I've got MeTV, which is great. The reason you're not doing that is that the Tyco and Mattel and Auto World or Aurora back in the 70s, they were selling a million sets, okay? I wish you guys could get a grasp on how many sets that they were making back in the 70s. Nobody understands that. They kind of like blow it off like, Brian, you're exaggerating. There's no way that they made a million sets. Well, okay. All I know is of what I did at Irwin Toy, or not at Irwin Toy, at SCX. In 2009, we sold Target. Where is this set? Okay, so at Target, we sold 250,000 of these sets to Target in 2009. And in 2010, we sold about the same amount of the NASCAR set, okay? 250,000 sets. That's why people are still calling me asking, hey, do you have any compact cars or track and everything? And I have to tell them, no, I don't. 250,000. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily to pulling them off the computer. It's really is the dads, okay? See, everybody goes through. Everybody goes through a time in their lives, okay? And I told you about my time theory and everything. And we all live in a 10-year time frame, okay? We don't realize it, but we do. We live in 10-year increments, okay? Everybody does. I don't care who you are. You don't escape it. We all live in a 10-year time frame, every 10 years. And it changes every time you hit another 10 years. Right now, I'm in my sixth 10 years. Right now, I'm hit it. Now, I'm different because I have children. I have Frankie and David. I was telling David this morning that, he came in bed this morning. I was just getting up and And I heard him. I said, David, come on in here. And he was really cold. And I said to him, I said, and Frankie then came in. Frankie never can sit still. He's always squirming. And I told David that I loved him, and he's special. And told Frankie, gave Frankie a big hug. You know, and so David is still living in his first 10 years, okay? He doesn't even know what's going on. He's just going through the motion, baby, going through the motion. He's got no idea what's going on, really. Frankie's in his second 10 year, but actually he's in his first 10 year because he's about 2 years behind in everything. And so, you know, when you're in that time frame, and what's happening now is a lot of guys are moving from their 30s, okay, which either they might have kids, and into their 40s, okay, and now they've got kids, and then they start remembering when they were kids, okay. And so most of the guys that are 40 to 50 right now, 35 would be Ryan's age, okay? And they were right at the end of slot cars. Cooking hot dogs for the people at work. Unbelievable. He's cooking hot dogs at work. And he's watching the live stream while he's cooking hot dogs. Unbelievable. The guy is crazy. He's cooking hot dogs while at work. Well, send us a picture of you eating a hot dog. That sounds really good. I wish I had a hot dog right now. All right, so now what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, okay. So Ryan was he's 35, so he was right at the end. He was born in 1988. And so he knowed about racing because I did it. So he kind of grew up on it, okay? And in 1999, is when race sets stopped in America, in the sense of the mass merchants, okay? And you still had a lot of department stores in America in 1999, but a lot of them went out of business in 1989. Because we had a recession in 1990 because they always want to raise taxes. I'm telling you, the government always wants to raise taxes, and that's what happened. Anyway, so those guys are now in their 35, and then they'll start getting into their 40s, and then they'll start saying, "Hey, I remember as a kid," as a distant fond memory. Hey, I remember as a kid. Okay, so that's why we've got to keep it going, so that when these kids now are in their 30s and 40s, they'll say, "Hey, remember? I remember my grandfather used to play with these slot cars." And they'll come in looking for a slot car set. Who knows? Maybe a double Derby Mania. Number 13, a double Derby Mania set. You never know. Or they might come in for a Circuit 5. Or they might buy a Crazy Race, or a Street Cruiser, or a Night Rider, or a Carrera Speedway Champion. You never know. And that's what our goal is, to try to keep people into slot cars, okay? And your support in supporting our store is crucial. I mean, okay, so that's true, and it's not true. The reason not as many people, yes, we have more people in America nowadays, but the big three, okay, back in 1999, you had about maybe 10 to 20 maybe regional department stores around the country. Now it's just consolidated. I mean, you basically have, now there are some regional ones that but you have Meijer, which is very big in this area here, Northwest Ohio, basically Northwest. Okay, now not too much east, but their Meijer is still in business, and they're a very big chain of stores. Okay, now do they buy slot car sets? Yeah, they buy Carrera. Now, do they sell enough of them? No, I don't think so. So the next person would be Target. Target, and then you have Walmart. The reason I've made this comment many times. The reason we lost the license, or the reason we lost our account with Target is because SCX, or Technotoy, that was making SCX at the time, did not want to fix their cars. And I told them that your cars have to be almost bulletproof to get them into the store, because they had a 15% return rate on those sets. Well, Target, they didn't take the hit. We did. And it was almost by $100,000 that they wanted to charge back. Okay, so let's just run these numbers here real quick, just to give you an idea. All right, so we sold 250,000 sets. Okay, and the basic set was, I think, $29.99 times 29. That's $7.4 million, okay? In just 250,000 sets. Now, do they sell those? Yeah, but they had a 10% or 12% return. I can't, and Technotoys came to me and said, Brian, why do we have so many? I told you guys, the terminal tracks and the turbo button on the hand throttle are wrong. And we kept getting returns. Did they listen to me? No. No one ever listens to me. The only one that listens to me is Craig at Auto World. And I told him, you've got to fix these cars, okay, or you're going to constantly get returns. And so Target owed, and they just basically took the 200,000, because they had like, I can't remember, it was like 200,000 sets or $200,000 in returns. And so they just took it off their bill. And that's what they've always done. And that's why in the 60s or in the 70s, that's why Aurora went out of business, is because they were getting too many returns, because a lot of the buyers at these department store chains, and they were asking for these really stupid ideas like loops, or like Total Control Racing, or what's that one called, Super 6, or no, it's not 6. It was all the stupid ideas that are in the ash bin of history. Okay, those are the
90, the bottom two.
Okay, you know what? I'm not dealing with this anymore.
You're right next to them.
Okay, used cars, the black and the Charger. Wait a minute.
92, SC392. I don't think we have that one down there.
SC392?
Do we even have that one? I haven't seen it. Jasmine made that order yesterday. That's why it's all goofy.
392. No, we don't have 392 yet.
So that's technically a pre-order.
Yeah, in a sense. Double check that with Ryan.
Okay.
But let's see. Oh boy, he's got a lot of questions today. But you don't have you do have a point, Kevin. If there is nothing to steer, it was people will go we will slow grow. That's why I do. That's why I do things on my channel, like drones and cars, show that it pulls people to our hobby. Can't find it if you're not exposed to it. They just need to find it. TGY is a prime example. It's almost hobby shops are gone. Well, yeah. So I mean, hobby shops. So when I started with Irwin Toy back in 1999, there are almost 5,000 hobby stores in America. Well, when I redid my list back in 2014, I called every store on my list, which I had about 4,500 stores. I called every store. I checked on the internet. I made sure they were in business, and I physically called 4,000 stores. It took me a week to do this. And my list went from 4,500 to 22 something. And now it's down to 1,600. Now, there's been new stores to open up, but to open a store in America nowadays is very, very difficult. It is almost virtually impossible because of government regulations and government this and employees and everything. The government has done everything they can to make it impossible for a retailer to be in business. Let me just make that statement, okay? So for the only now, so and I don't know if I told you this or not, but the only highlight that we've heard is that Auto World is in talk with one chain to basically do a dump display inside of their stores at Christmas, which is going to have like 6 sets of the same set. It's a basically figure 8 set. It's going to have like 12 cars, and I can't tell you who it is. I'm not going to say it's Walmart, okay? And so this set, obviously will be a very cheap set. I have a feeling it's going to be probably around $79, $89, because if they make 1 million of them, all right, so let's do the numbers here, okay? So there's 3,500 stores, 3,500. All right, let's just play a game here. I've already said this. Yeah, 3,500 times, let's say 24. Let's say there's 24 to a dump display. So that's 84,000 sets. All right, so 84,000 sets. Okay, that's 84,000. Now I don't know if that's what their production run's going to be. I'm just kind of just guessing. Okay. Now, if they give these sets away, which they probably will, and the cars will probably sell for $19.99, the sets will probably sell for, anywhere from, I'd say, $59 to $69, maybe $89, okay? And they can do that because their production run is going to be such higher, okay? The Chinese factories say it's, it's kind of like a generator, okay? I'm talking a lot today. It's kind of like a generator. So when I had my camper, I still have my camper. What do you mean when I had my? And I took my camper when I first bought it, the generator didn't work, and I took it into to Ameds, and they were repairing it, and they said most people never use their generator because they think they're gonna wear them out. And he said it's just the opposite. The more you turn your generator on, the longer it will last. And so that's why I use it all the time now. And that's the same thing with these factories in China. They're geared up to do thousands and hundreds of thousands of sets. And so if Auto World and Round 2 end up selling into one of these, if it's Meijer, or if it's Target, or if it's Walmart, or if it's Kroger, and they sell them these pallets, basically. They're called pallets. I don't know if you were in Walmart and saw their pallet about their model kits. Okay? That's what they're thinking about doing, because the more you get people building models, the more than the entire country does that hobby. Okay? Because there's 240 million people basically doing it. All right? And that's why, hopefully, that will help the whole industry help us all sell more slot cars, and it expands the entire market. Okay. Now, will that happen? Well, it all depends on Walmart and their buying, okay, and Kroger. But right now, a lot of things are uncertain right now. A lot of Walmart is shutting, almost 100 stores, I think. Kroger is, now I don't know if they're shutting a lot of stores because they're buying Albertsons. So I don't know if there's a consolidation there, if they want to consolidate. But, we're not in the greatest retail times right now. We were about a year ago, 2 years ago, but now we're not in a great retail times. It's kind of it's okay. I'm not saying that we're doing really good. Yesterday was a phenomenal day. My gosh, there's people coming in all day long. We have a niche. Now, I mean, I have a lot of things because I have a lot of toys, okay? I have a lot of... Let's see, Robert Fish. It wasn't the stupid ideas, Brian. It was people returning cars when they got dirty or threw. Well, yes and no, Robert. Okay, yes, in a sense that people weren't maintaining, but the buyers were creating all these require, like they wanted the cliffhangers. Okay, they wanted all these gadgets. Okay. And they were losing the focus of just the slot car, okay, and creating maybe a different car, a really cool car. They can't, and Aurora was doing it even worse than Tyco. Tyco did it bad too, but the buyers were constantly, and so the buyers would, it wasn't their fault, they would just charge it back to Tyco and Mattel. But the amount of quantity, the amount of sets that were sold, okay, would basically astound you people. Oh, I mean, literally would astound you. You guys would just go, you would go ape, okay, if you, well, that's why, because everybody goes, well, there's 1,000 cars, that's a nothing. I wish I could tell you people, there's 320 million Americans. And they're only making 6,000 of these cars. Do you realize how insignificant that number is? I wish I could get you to see that. That the amount of cars that Auto World makes is so small. Oh, here comes another big trucker. Somebody's got a big pickup truck coming in. So, we got all the sets made. I got to run down to the warehouse or the shed because I need to get some more. I think I've got another box of terminal tracks down there. I don't want to use these other terminal tracks that I have. But I think I might have to. I thought I had another box here, but I don't. I have all these Race Masters. Oh, there's a Scooby-Doo. I'm gonna have to go down to the warehouse or I'm gonna have to go down to the shed and see if I can find some terminal tracks. I think I've got another box down there, but actually I don't think so. The amount of terminal tracks that I've gone through is pretty stamps. Okay, so the sale today is, the big sale today is we have this car right here, and I've got a little bit too many of these, and so I'm gonna move them at 25 bucks a piece. Okay, there's no sale on these. You don't get 10% off. It's 25 bucks, baby. Why did that reconnect? Okay, so this car's on sale. It's item number 22002, and it's on sale for $35. $22,002, a Camaro, red Camaro. And those are while supplies last. And then, see, like these are the early days. So this is a prime example of the early days at Race Masters. Okay, this was during the Johnny Lightning days. This was before they were doing slot cars. Okay, he had not done anything in slot cars, and this is basically in 1999, I think. 1999, man, I was right on that. I still was with Irwin Toy at that time. Man, that was the second year, my third year with Irwin Toy. 99 was a good year, actually. 2000 was really good. 2001 started off to be good, but then at the end of the year, we had dropped their slot car line in 1999. So this was Johnny Lightning, plain Mantis. This is when he was just doing, he was basically taking their molds and making cars out of them, okay? And then he sold all these off. He sold all this to Bob Haynes down at REH. And Bob was using all these and putting them on original Thunderjet chassis, because at the time Bob Haynes had about maybe about 40,000 Thunderjet chassis from Aurora days when he bought Aurora. He had like cases of Thunderjet chassis, cases of them. And so he was breaking these up and making the cars and selling them to the retailers. Those were the early days of Johnny Lightning. This is before he's even gotten to slot cars. He didn't get into slot cars until like 2004 or 2005. A little bit of FYI history. It's not available yet. Okay. Not available yet. But that should be soon. Okay, very soon. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera over here because I'm going to run down to the shed. And I want to see if I have any transformers or terminal tracks down there, okay? And then I'll come back. I want to put some more sets together, I think. So I'll let you guys just see what's going on here. They can talk to you. I'll be right back, though, okay, guys? I'm just going to go see if I have terminal tracks. I gotta go down there and tease him, right? When were you in?
74, 75.
Okay, I went in 78. You about 670 then?
No, I'm only 67.
Oh, you're 67. Okay, so yeah, you jumped. I'm 64. So.
I graduated from high school 74.
Okay, yeah, 4 more years later than I. What's going on, guys? What were you on the carrier? I'm gonna try to get this one boxed up. Everything. You had to fix everything. Yes. Well, hey, everything had to be fixed. You know, I mean, yeah, yeah. It's amazing what people don't realize what is applied here or what has to be done. Now, what are you looking at? What do you need help with? Okay, you want to set up a track? No. Oh, you don't want to? Oh, come on, Grandpa. All right, so we can okay. All right, look around. Okay, great. All right, awesome. Yeah, well, this is the obviously what we're doing. We have a lot of fun. We do a ton of stuff. And those should be those are plastic beaters. Yeah, they should be plastic. Everything is wireless. It has smoke that comes out of it as it's traveling. It's really popular. Then we have the smaller kits, which come with 2 tanks. You can battle each other, and they're $69. They're like light, so it'll crash and the tank will shake when it's taking a hit. And then with 3 takes, it's dead. And that's $69. And those are nice too. We've got everything here. So
Her family's in building construction. Now they're excavating, now they're moving in the bond shop.
all of our guns, these are our wooden rubber band guns. And then our toy guns are our #1 item.
Yeah, these are wonderful. So is someone local making these?
Yeah, those make them in Rapid City, South Dakota, the whole thing.
Wow.
Rapid City, South Dakota.
That is so nice. My son likes to make that kind of stuff for the kids. Oh, it is.
Hey, don't worry about it. Everybody loves it here. That's the whole thing.
I have 5 brothers and 5 sons. So I
Oh,
like
yeah, there you go. You got to. Oh, boy, you got some grandkids. There you go.
And we had our one daughter went to the Navy, so her son.
Son-in-law
Yeah,
and
son-in-law.
we got this for Christmas.
All right, I got to. Where's Mac?
Finishing up eating.
I got to run down and check. I need some terminal tracks. That's still on. I'll be right back. All right, take your time.
Whatever I said, take your time. It's a trigger for them. They said, let's watch Mac work.
Like a treasure map.
That's what they said
Oh yeah.
on the live stream. I don't know what beef they got with you, but they got a lot of beef with you, buddy.
It's all right. Make it easy on him next time. Buy a case of 3.
Bring it down to the 500 here. Here's a nice castle in the 500. Ooh, doggy.
That's, yeah, I don't like the way yogurt smells anymore.
Why?
It smells like baby poop.
What?
Yeah. It reminds me of baby poop for some reason. As soon as you came around the corner, I was like, is that baby poop? Did he just eat baby poop?
Don't say that.
Next time Lane has a poopy diaper, I'll bring it in so you can.
No.
What do you
But
mean?
yeah, that like babies do. That's all they eat is milk, and yeah, poop would smell like dairy.
Now I can't stop thinking about how gross that smells. From now on, you have to eat that outside.
I had a buddy that
You ate baby poop?
no, quit talking about baby poop.
Listen, I'm not the one who's eating baby poop.
Neither am I.
No,
You keep your weird fantasies. to
I'm not the one
yourself.
eating stuff that smells like baby poop.
It came out of your mouth first. cars in there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just need to find a box for the horse. I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in.
These are the two I couldn't find.
And the warheads are over by the candy on it. And that is...
Yeah, but I was looking, I couldn't see.
Huh.
Like I've seen the warheads,
Yeah.
but I don't see that specific one. Like I'm looking at the candy tree or the Christmas tree warheads.
Oh, son of a gun.
Oh, here, wait a minute. Maybe this is it.
You found it?
Like just one, not the whole case, right?
Pretty sure. Just one forehead. To each their own.
You're looking at the kites.
Oh, yeah, everything. We're looking at everything. Sure. Ooh, look at this jet. Navy. Oh, these water wells are nice. Nice to have in the car.
For the young ones.
Yeah, for traveling for little people.
Like for Nabby and
Oh, yeah. Violet too, right? You got all those characters. All these little tiny mini travel toy games. Look at those little tiny world's smallest. What was that called?
Operation
Operation game. Yeah, yeah.
that.
Right. Gosh, that was hard with the big full size. Looks like a pen. Oops. Oh.
Who had that fishing game where it's a circle with a bunch of fish and they pop up and open their mouths?
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, I
Out there?
fishing frenzy. I think it was Ian. I think one of the aunts got him that for Christmas.
We're like Violet and probably too young for them.
Well, but Violet would have fun playing it with Pippin.
And
Jenny would like it, yeah.
Ryan, since you organized the models, I was like, I'm just gonna stare at this wall for the next 5 minutes, and eventually something's gonna
Yes, I
pop
do,
up.
honey.
You gotta get this one. So X2 means the magnet needs to be split.
What? Oh, this is a
One
place to
solid
come to
magnet,
stuff
there's no
stocking.
gap.
I tell
And
you
it's
what.
wide, so it's gotta have a wide side to it.
Okay. I'm just gonna guess.
No, I don't want you to guess, but I'm not gonna help you because you gotta figure it out.
Up for the
Oh,
playroom downstairs?
oh yeah, yeah, little animals. Oh, Pippin loves animating little animals like that. And here's little horses.
Get some unique ones.
Yes. Oh, 2 bucks. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, deer and lions.
An aircraft carrier?
And an aircraft carrier for like a Noah's Ark.
Well, I think We have the new guardrails for Auto World. We're going to be putting these on our layout. We're going to put Race Masters and Auto Worlds both on our new layout. I'll be starting that layout on Saturday, Saturday evening. I'll be doing the new layout, and basically we're going to be doing a 15-inch, the outer curve, the layout's going to look like this. It's going to be 15, 12, so this is what the layout will look. It'll be 15, 12, 9, okay, so 9 will be the inner lane. Okay, sister called my brother. He's on his way down to do an interview with me and my new hobby, my new cat and stock cars. So the new layout will be the 15-inch. That'll be the outer curve, and then we'll have a 12-inch. All right, and then we'll have a 9. We'll have a total of 6 lanes. Now the only problem is they don't make a 9-inch track support, so I have to figure out how I'm going to I have these, and I think what I'm going to have to do is I have to cut off this part right here so I can lay a track apart it, and so I might have to extend it. I think. If worse comes to worse, I'll just make them out of styrofoam and support the track that way. But this is what the track will look like. It'll be 6-lane racing. So we're going to go to one more 2 lanes, just so more people can have fun.
Do you have any other versions of these, or just a shark?
That's the only ones they have.
Okay.
But those are the most interesting ones. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's see here. Nice 6 lanes. Have someone with a 3D printer put you some in a wide enough for 6 lanes. That would be a good idea, Kevin Carroll. So if you know somebody with a 3D printer, he can just print me out some 6-inch ones, because I need basically 9 inches. That's what I thought, 9 inches. But I have a feeling I'm just going to use styrofoam. Actually, you know what I could do? That's 9 inches. what I could do is take these, I glue them together, and could put a piece of board across it to where the track would lay on top of it. Anyways, this is the least of my problems. The supports. I'm not worried about the supports. You don't sell a 3D printer? No, I don't. I don't sell a 3D printer. Nice 6 lanes. The 6-lane track should be set up, should be ready next Thursday for next Thursday's race. Not tomorrow or tonight, but next Thursday. And we'll be racing on that. So we get more people racing, 6 people. Have more crashes. Just a little bit more funner. And we're going to be putting these, we're taking off my guardrails, and we're going to be putting up Auto Worlds and Race Masters on the curves, especially on the banks, and get rid of some of the guardrails because some of the cars kind of snag on the guardrails. So we want to eliminate that problem from the track to where it's a little more. And we're going to be using these catch fences too on a couple of corners, just to show you all this different technology. I've been wanting to put these up, but it's just been so busy. I literally don't have time to do what I'm doing. And I've got so many things I got to do right now, but I wanted to do this live stream for you guys because you're my customers, and, that's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? You guys understand me, where I'm coming from? So what we're going to do is I'm going to shut down now because I'm going to, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do, because if I tell you what I'm going to do, Adam's going to say, well, can we come too? He's crazy. The guy is literally crazy. Uh-oh. Glenn Gordon. Going to be out commission for my wild friend, second time this week. Being admitted to the hospital, still working on diagnosing me. Seeing a neurologist today. Glenn Gordon. Keep him in your prayers, Glenn Gordon. Oh, these are what I bought. Here's the video on it. Watch this. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? That's what I bought. Yes, sirree. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What are you here for?
Well, I'm looking for some toys for little boys.
We got we got plenty of that stuff. Now, you're not one of the little boys, are you?
No.
You're sure now?
Yeah.
You're not going to play with it?
Nope.
Nope. You're too old, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. What are you, you're only about 70.
No, I'm not that old. 62. I got by for 10-year-olds.
Oh, we got plenty of stuff here.
I know.
Do you see my commercial then?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Gibsonburg.
Oh, all right, Gibsonburg. Yeah, that's pretty close. Well, hey, if you have any questions, I'm Brian. I'm the owner, my son Ryan. I'm just kind of doing a live stream and talking to my customers and putting sets together.
Okay.
All right, if you have anything, let us know.
Well, I found one of the things I'm looking for, the rocket.
Oh, the kits are really cool.
Are they reusable?
Yes.
Okay.
Those kits are like, if you're going to get him the whole rocket kit, that would be like this one right here. The Javelin is our best kit.
Okay, how much is that?
I think it's $49. Then we have the Tatum. This one comes with 2, and it has the rocket launcher, everything. That's a double set. That's $59.
Okay.
I think that's $39. Hold on a second. Let me get my phone here. I can check real quick.
No, I seen your commercials even before you went to the restaurant up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So one of the first ones probably.
$29.99.
Wow. Okay.
That's a good kit too. And it's everything. It's easy to put together. And the B64s are A63s, but B64s would be your best engine, which are right here. B66 or B64s. These would be the best engines for that one right there.
Okay.
Just FYI. I'll leave it right here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shut down now because I want to get some things, and then I'm going to be going down to the workshop. Got to get everything cleaned up, straightened up for the race tonight because we'll have race night tonight. Auto will support a NASCAR Ross Chaplin maneuver. I'm enjoying this long live stream today, Brian. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate everybody watching. And we will see you tonight at 6:30. We're going to do an auction, I think. Let me go ask Ryan real quick if we're going to do an auction here. If we're going to auction some cars off tonight. Let me move this cart out of the way. Let me drop this here one. Move this up here. Drop it down again. Now let's go ask Ryan if we're going to do race an auction, if he wants to do an auction tonight. Please don't sit in my chair. I've told you that many times, Mac. He, her. Did you hear what I said? He, her.
Yeah, I heard what you
I'm
said.
sorry. What's your pronoun? He, her, or
My
he,
pronoun,
haw? Are you he, haw, or he, her?
Is
Hey, I saw your
His
CNN
Excellency.
sticker, so I know you don't mean it.
Mean what? What do you mean by CNN sticker?
Somebody on the car out
Not
there.
me. I love CNN. What are you? Are you crazy?
Okay, we'll
Fox-
take our business
Fox
elsewhere.
News is the nutcases.
126.67.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I
Get my
know.
wallet here.
But
look.
yeah, his name is he, her.
No, it's
Or
he.
he, haw. We're gonna
No.
call him he, haw instead of he, sure.
He always, when I'll give him something, he'll be like, "Thank you, man." So this morning I go.
Hey,
"Where
are
you said
we,
non-binary person?"
They want to know, are we doing an auction tonight at
He
6:30?
got all-
Oh, gross.
There we go.
And so then we've been trying to
All right,
figure
so
out.
we're gonna do an auction. So he'll set that up for tonight at
Yeah.
6:30, guys.
So
And then
I'm like,
I'm gonna be going down there and straightening up the place for
So
tonight.
silly. How
Getting the track somewhat set up.
It's gotta be mental disease. It's just really
got
I know that. I tell them I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna do a live stream
Brian-
Saturday night.
Brian Dave.
Well, I can't do it Saturday night
And
because I
was
gotta
like,
watch
wait a
his
minute, you can't
kids.
say guy.
So,
yeah, right.
I don't think you're gonna be able to do it.
You've got
well,
this
I'm taking them to. We're all going to
I think so, yeah.
We're all going to Chili's. I'm taking his kids,
Yep.
Frankie and David, to Chili's on Saturday night.
I can't wait for Christmas.
Right.
Then I'm going to the house, and we're gonna watch them, the giant ant movie, and we're gonna watch the kids freak out
There you
with
go.
them. Hey, thanks a lot. Oh, hey, wait a minute, you guys get a Coke,
Mexican Coke.
Mexican Coke. You get a Mexican Coke.
Coke.
Oh yeah, you spent over $50.
Oh no, oh my God.
I just thought you were holding your stomach. That's why I said something.
What's the difference between America and
Face.
Oh. Now that weird face is me confused. How I screwed up.
Brian, they Brian, they them Brian.
Them Brian. Them Brian.
Them Brian.
They done burn.
Them a good person.
And down there, that's all they
It's
have
not
is
even
bottled
English.
Coke
That's
down
what's so
there.
stupid about it.
Them a good person.
Like you can't understand it, which is what the point is.
Right. That's why I'm doing it.
And it's sad because Paul Ryan.
Hey, but thank you so much for coming down
Paul
here
Ryan.
and let everybody know. Let me give you some coupons. Let me give you some coupons.
Because I know he likes to come look at those things.
Them was also big into
Trump banned it from the military.
What?
them.
Trans.
What?
Them.
They them.
Them. He. They.
What
Them.
do you need?
Where's the little coupon thing? Did you use them
This
up all?
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is that a
just don't-
coupon?
It doesn't.
Yes.
Just ask next time instead of making a mess.
I do whatever I want.
Right, and then I will.
Because I'm the dad.
Them crazy.
Thank you,
You
brother.
see what I'm saying?
Take care.
See, I was submarine. I'm sorry, you were just surface qualified. But
Yes.
see, I'm sub-qualified. You know that, right?
Yeah,
That makes me better.
I hope so.
no,
I know you guys thought that.
I know that.
I constantly tell them.
We know that. Okay, we were the top 10%, my friend.
Zinger.
I was a nuke. so-
Zinger.
Oh, you were a nuke?
Yeah,
That's
I was
my
on
boat.
it.
Really?
That's my boat right there.
Well, I didn't make it all the way through.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
That's my boat right there.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
his little tiny thing. You know,
I was brown water.
we ran those.
They
over.
had a key at the back of it.
Yeah.
You wind it up.
Yeah,
I was brown.
yeah, that's really good.
So
Yep.
we got
It was a
blue
little
water
cheese
above
bar.
and blue water below. So we got a little bit of everything right now.
Well, yeah, people who spend that much time underneath the water are a little different.
Oh, they got something wrong
Oh,
with them. I was on the sub base because I used to take them out, and we used to make fun of the sub guys all the time. He doesn't.
oh, you serve too?
Yeah, that's.
Well, he tried. He tried.
Well, we had.
He missed
I think-
Chief. Okay, because he
Oh,
had a little tippy. You know,
yeah,
he was-
my son made first class, and yeah, he had to get out.
he was tippy. He was
No
couldn't
way.
handle the tippy stuff. You know what I'm saying? He got in trouble. You know what I'm
He
saying?
takes after his father.
My son was all scheduled to go to Japan. He was going to be
Oh,
stationed
really?
in Japan for a while, and then he got picked up for public intoxication.
Yeah, that's what happened to him. That's what happened to him. And he screwed his chief chances. You know. Now back in our days, that really
It
did
happened all the time.
all the time.
So let's go, sailor.
Yeah, that's right.
Hop in the Sharp Patrol truck. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Take care.
All right, hey, the phone's ringing. You guys
It's,
like to let this thing
I
ring.
couldn't hear it. You were talking so loud.
You guys, hello. You mean the latest El Caminos and SC390? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing. So these are that is the right parts for that, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And then this too.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. Where are you coming from?
Gibsonburg, Ohio.
Not too far.
No.
I'm skipping a rock throw.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Gibsonburg?
I work out at the plaza on Turnpike.
Oh yeah, you work for the Turnpike?
Yeah, for a company contract there.
That's good. These are pretty cool. Yep. Yep. So your total is 75.55. Got the day off today.
Yep.
That's always a plus.
Yeah.
Before you go, hey, it says that we don't have any of the El Caminos anymore.
Yeah, we gotta check the stock. Do we have any
Do
left?
we have any SC390s?
Yeah, we got a bunch of those.
We gotta double check.
All right.
Do you find everything? Yeah. Oh, you got a two. Oh, those are good kids. So if we're gonna, Do you think we're gonna have some available, the El Caminos?
Yeah, right when Matt gets done, he'll go and try to.
Alrighty.
double check.
Which ones?
The El Camino SC390.
We have those available.
So he's gonna add some of those to the inventory too, okay?
I'm gonna eventually
Alright.
get my great nephews
Oh yeah.
over here.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yep.
And you're in Gibsonburg. Here's some of these. Give these all your friends. Okay? Let them know that we're here and we're there.
I'm trying to get my great nephews to come here.
Oh, great. Well, let them know.
One's from Medina and the other one's up right in Michigan.
And you saw our commercial, right?
Yep.
Oh, great. Well, that's what we love to see.
The
And then
very
we're
first one.
We're almost out of these.
Okay, I thought you wanted.
Well, nice meeting
Be
you.
nice meeting you too.
Did you get the cartoon version?
I didn't. I have. We need to finalize that tomorrow then.
Okay.
Hey Brian. Hey Brian. Brian.
How do you know he pissed his pants? No, is it really?
Brian.
No.
Didn't that dude piss his pants?
Well, I don't know if it was urine, but it was definitely wet in that area.
He's just an old guy and he's having some trouble.
Well, then why are you making fun of people?
We're not.
You like
We're
to
not.
make
You
fun of-
washed it. Just wash your hands.
You like to make. No, I won't.
No! Don't touch it.
There, there, back. Unbelievable. He's sick.
Oh,
You
God.
are sick.
You're...
Unbelievable.
Wash your hands. Poor guy.
Yeah. And then Max over here making fun of him.
I'm not.
I mean, you're
Brian's
making fun of him and
molesting
everything.
me. Get away from me.
I mean, you're laughing about it.
It's just funny that he. I was just being like, hey, you shook his hand. You might want to wash your hands, right?
Why?
So you don't get whatever disease.
Oh, he doesn't have
There's a reason we don't drink pee.
You're paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. I just was looking out for you.
There are people who do drink the first.
Yeah, and they also like baby poop like yourself.
I'm just saying there are.
Okay, guys. So we'll see you tonight at 6:30. And then Mac, I guess, is going to be here tonight, right? Mac is here tonight, right?
Here right now.
Is he going to be at race night tonight?
I never know.
Well, I thought every other week because he wasn't here. He was here Saturday.
He was off Friday, wasn't he?
Well, tomorrow is Friday. Is he working tomorrow? Because if he works Friday,
Well, he was off last Friday, so he owes us a race night.
is he going to be here tonight?
Well, he owes us a race night.
Ryan's still looking into buying that set. What set are we looking at? James Butler. Ryan's still looking into buying that set. What set is James Butler looking at?
All of them.
No, all of them. All right, guys. We will see you tonight at 6:30. Today was a great live stream. You guys saw me build things. We had some nice conversations. And we will see you later.